combo finishers. I'm not too fond of light combo finishers. Just me personally, I like them on certain characters. If I can get a piece that has light and heavy, then I'll rock it. I don't care if it's gamma or whatever. I'll definitely rock it. It's cryo. See, this is a piece I would rock, because look, 25% increased status damage for polymorph attacks. That's crazy. And status being cryo, if I'm freezing them, you're not moving. It has precision of might on it. I might actually rock this one. I'll save this for another build, but I'm going to show you the build I have so far. So these are my stats. I have 281 might, 48 precision. Like I said, I'm really not too fond of precision for her. Proficiency, great critical chance. And perk, when I say great, anything over 95 to me is good. 108, my valor is 231, so I try to keep it around those numbers with proficiency and might. So when I go polymorph, I'm good. I have 123 health. That's not low and it's not high, but I'll show you later on how that actually, me having my skills for heroic support basically keeps that number, or keeps the health bar from going down. No armor for resilience and no intensity for stun damage. My heroic rate charge is 9.8, 9.8, 9.8. That is low. I just realized that that's low. But for some reason, when I'm playing with her, I get my stuff really right back. I guess we're going to have to show you how these gear pieces work. They actually makes up for that. And that's another thing when it comes to builds. A lot of people get gear pieces because of the color, what they look like, the effect, cosmic, cryo, whatever you want to choose. Look at your perks. Your perks really do help out on those heroic stats. They do not show up. So the perks on here is 18.8 increased damage for polymorph attacks. So while I'm in polymorph, whether it's the pseudo one, which is the small one, I just hit R2 for PlayStation users. For Xbox users, I'm not sure what y'all use, but I'm a PlayStation guy. I get 18.8 increased damage for polymorph attacks. I could easily have my might at 289. I could easily have my might at 277, which is going down. But I'm keeping this on here because this is combo. I do have pin particles. Like I said, I had a build before where I ran this one on there. Heroic rate charge for embiggen. That actually worked out. Critical attacks, grant treasure burst. That's why I put that on there. Like I said, I had builds, didn't even know how to build or what to build until Lejeune really just started pointing out stuff, and I'm like, let me go back on my Avengers game. My wife even got upset, you know, not upset, but just like, oh my gosh, you're on the game, spend time with me. I have no problem spending time with my wife, but at the end of the day, good gosh, sometimes I just want to play the game. Proficiency, protection, armlets. So this is what I mean by I have cryo on here. I have might, which is 65. That's great might, and there's great resolve, which is 63, which is high for a legendary. Proficiency, protection. That's where I get my defense buff at for range attacks. Standard attacks deal cryo damage with the cryo bands. Range critical attacks deal cryo damage. So like I said, my precision is low, but the perks on my gear help out. And then we have the expert spark. 31.4% chance defeating enemies in their weak point grants a heroic charge burst for all heroics. This is what I meant by having perks that make up for my gear stats, my hero stats being low at the way they are. That helps out. Anything over 25% that's like chance or defeating or granting is a good perk. When it says like 9.8, you want to start going into your champion points. Hopefully they fixed it where you get your perks have a better chance. Also, perk chance with proficiency is 24.4%. That's why proficiency goes good with critical and perk. That's that critical number that pops up, which I think is a yellow number, if I'm correct. Then I have the Nimble Spark Vest, which is once again resolve and valor. This gives me my valor and gives me my resolve. Now, for new people that's playing, new gamers, new Marvel gamers, your resolve is 63, and my resolve here is 60. So what's 60 plus 63? That's how your heroic stats stack up. It's all based on the hero stats that's in the right hand corner of your gear piece. My chest piece, I have the Nimble Spark, chance perfect evading grants a heroic charge burst for all heroics, 19.9%. That's just stacks on top of this one. which is the expert spark. I have the nimble spark. Vital buff. 63.5% chance reviving teammate grants a damage buff. Now, if I'm playing with people online I normally play with, they normally don't go down. But if they do, I get a damage buff. And of course, I have this daze safeguard, increased resistance from being dazed. It helps out, I guess. But, you know. Now, you see how the resolve on here is 60? And the resolve on here is 63? But the valor is 57? And the valor is 64? That's what I mean by pay attention to those numbers. Because if I click this, my valor goes down. My resolve goes up. The 2%, those numbers are so weird. 2%. But if I click this back on, my valor goes back to 231. My resolve go down to 123. This is my Mighty Quake insignia. Valor 54 proficiency. They got my proficiency number, which is 52, which is all I'm going to really get, which is weird because oh no, there you go. I'm looking at the precision, I'm sorry, and my might's 48. So most of my pieces have might, because this is a melee build. Quick rundown of how I do my builds. I do it based on the character, what's their greatest attributes, if they're range, melee, support, defense, or just savage, in that order. Kamala can be a mixture of savage and might, a melee character. So pretty much every piece has might on it, except for, I want to say, just the chest piece. But anytime you're getting perks or heroic stats on gear pieces, and they're not focused on what that particular category is for, like this is a melee piece, so you will want to have might on there. If you have a melee piece that has valor, precision, and proficiency, don't look to be doing a melee build for your character, because you're not starting off the right way. Same thing if I wanted to do a range piece. If I was doing a range piece, I definitely wouldn't have this. It would have precision, proficiency, and intensity, because that's what I'm looking for to increase, because that's what I want to do my most damage at. This one I have a, once again, Rampage Spark. Defeat 3 enemies in rapid succession, grant a heroic charge rate burst. So as you can see, I have heroic charge rate. This is my heroic charge rate if I defeat 3 enemies. If I have great might, which is 281, that's pretty good, I have another heroic charge burst, and I have another heroic charge burst. So I have 3 of them. So this makes up, the perks make up for what you don't have on your hero stats. That's why they're called perks. Willpower burst for defeating enemies. And here we go with stun damage, because I have no intensity, right? So I have 16.3% increased stun damage from all power attacks. I can easily go with a piece like this, which is proficiency and valor. You know, they have some good stats on there. Increased damage from power attacks. Looks like the same exact thing, actually. Yeah, oh, that's right. It takes down your might. So when you have these pieces that have 2 hero stats on it, like this has might on it, it has 3, proficiency, valor, and might, and you go down to this, that's where you get those red numbers from. The red numbers right underneath your power level numbers at the top. That's basically what's it's taken away, because you're losing that much of it. This is might and valor. Now look at this might. This might is 48, right? This might is 65, right? Look at the valor, it's 65. Watch this. Now I'm at 298. I have 242 valor. Still have my health, but look what I lost. I lost my proficiency, my critical chance. And I like to have balanced builds for all my characters, where it's not just balanced, but it depends on what situation, what mission we're going into, who I'm playing with. I will literally switch up. So I want to keep my proficiency. That's what I want to do. My minor artifacts include might and valor, because this is a melee and valor build. And this one has increased critical chance for signature attacks. Those are all her attacks. If she charges up, she hits. You know, I'm getting the Apex Boon, which is a great perk. Shout out LeJune again. Anything with a boon on it, get it. The strong boxes, and I'm not really about boxes no more. This one, towards my cosmic build for a cosmic Miss Marvel. Reactive Cosmic Surge. So chance taking any damage grants a Cosmic Surge buff. Dealing damage while the buff is active restores a small amount of willpower and heroic energy. Once again, heroic energy and my health. So this helps out for me not having resilience and having low stats on my heroic rate. And I'm running with the Tactagon mainly because of the might and valor. I do have a battery effect. Once again, we all know battery effect have hot and cold, or positive and negative. For those who old school Marvel Avengers players, your positive, which is your vibranium, your cosmic, your plasma. I'm missing another one. I'm sorry. Then you have your negative, which is cryo, shock, gamma, and sonic. What's the other one? Cosmic, plasma, vibranium. Ah, that's crazy. See, now I gotta go find out what the other one is. Oh, I'm sorry, and PIM. Ah, yeah. See, that's how much I really don't care. And just heads up, I really don't care about PIM particles. I really don't. I don't want to shrink anybody. I want to see my target. When they get small like that, it gets very aggravating. But once again, that's just me. Certain situations, PIM actually works out for the best because you deal more damage when they're small. But be aware, they still deal damage to you. It may not be as great if they were big, but depending on your system, your game, if the PlayStation guys work in your favor, they still deal the same amount of damage when I'm fighting them. So it's kind of aggravating. That's why I don't use PIM. Shout out to Hank Pym though. My specialty heroic ability, my support heroic ability, this is where it falls in. New gamers, make sure you pay attention to your skills. This is my skill tree for her. I did have this one on, which is Healing Spirit or the Life Spark. Activate while down, bypassing the need to be revived. So if you're confident in your build and you don't need, this is for Kamala, you don't need to be revived, or you know you're going on a mission and you can survive long, or you can get health when you can, or whatever the case may be, or certain gear perks to help out with your health, willpower, then you don't need this. I have this one right here. Grants additional charge of Healing Spirit. So this makes up for if I do get low health. I can put it right back up and continue my damage that I was doing. You also have the boundless inspiration. Teammate willpower fully restored when activating Healing Spirit. She was a support build, but since I have the whole Cosmic mixed Marvel build going on right now, I need her to be a savage. This one right here, I have the Focus Heart, which is support heroic specialization. Activating Healing Spirit automatically grants 100% intrinsic energy for allies and yourself. So basically, I use my intrinsic to go pseudo embiggen, which is semi-embiggen, for those who don't know what pseudo means. But pretty much I use this to deal more damage, because as you see on my gear perk, when I go to Polymorph, I deal 16 point, I think 8 or 9% more damage for power attack. So boom, of course I want that one. Assault heroic, so her fists, these are tricky for her, because you look at them and you say increase damage against a single focused target. So you can have 3 targets in one area, 3 enemies in one area, and you do your high five. I mean your up high. That one target is going to get only 25% damage done to him. Everybody else is not. This one right here pushes enemies back. Now I could easily go to this one. Can pin multiple enemies with a single activation. It's kind of cool if I want to push them back. If they're too close, I can switch it back and forth. You can switch it back and forth. All skills can be switched back and forth, but it's okay. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. This depends on the enemy. But to go with something that's solid and balanced, I like the explosion. No matter what you are, you're going to get stunned, which adds to my stun damage, and I'm going to be able to get close and take you out. Patty Cake. Now Patty Cake right here, the way they break down the stats at the bottom, based on one chosen high five specialization, defeating enemies with high five has a chance to create heroic orbs. So I want heroic orbs, which actually is a recharge for my heroics. Get my heroics back. But as you can tell, since I have the too slow on here gives me 25% increase chance of getting heroic orbs. I can easily go high five. I mean up high, which, no, my bad, high five. What's a high five? That's down low. That's up high. Oh, okay. Well, never mind. So I'm getting 60% on that, and I'm getting, my bad, 40%, and I'm getting 25. So that's, wow, I didn't know that. So a 65% chance I'm going to be getting heroic orbs. Learn something new every day. Big Trouble extends the duration of embiggen ability by 5 seconds. Going to want that, because this right here, the longer you stay embiggen, especially in large crowds or threat sector enemies like adaptoids, you want to stay longer, do more damage. Fist of Fate, critical attack does 35% more damage while I'm bigging. Like I said, I have great proficiency, so this just adds to that proficiency, and I'm doing way more damage. I like it. The utility, the traversal attack mastery, boost critical attack damage of sprint and dodge attacks by 15%. Yeah, it's good. I just like it because it had the word damage in it and dodge attacks. No, I'm just playing. So basically what this does for her is when you're dodging, let's say you dodge out the way and you attack right back, is more of a sprint. Or if I'm running, I'm sprinting and I jump in and I press box for PlayStation users or triangle, I'm doing 15% more damage. You have increased amount of heroic energy gain by 1% by dealing light heavy attacks. And then of course boost critical damage by 15% while juggling aims in the air. She's not a ranged character to me, so I don't really care about this one. So I have the increases the damage of all combo finishes by 25%. This adds to my melee. Like I said, I had my melee for her at 328 and I took it down to add to my proficiency. So I had to find a way to make up for that, and here we go. This skill perk right here. Can't get that out right. Heroic takedown mastery. Perform the takedown forces the enemy to drop heroic orbs. Since I'm a healer, I can heal myself, and pretty much I get willpower burst from my minor artifact and one of my gear perks. Then I'm not worried about the regen pack or the intrinsic. Not worried about it. So I want heroic orbs back. Rain's concussion mastery. Whip fist creates a concussive blast on impact. So watch this. As I'm hitting one person, they feel the impact on the other side, which is actually good, because now if I got to get away or break away or pick one off and take him out, if I'm able to just go in and just take them all out, then I can. But I'll show you here in a second. Sorry if it's taking too long, y'all. My first video. Yeah, grab efficiency reduces the cost of holding onto enemy by 40%. So like I said about her going and bigging, and she grabs you, especially if you grab them and then go and bigging, or you go pseudo and bigging and grab them, you deal 40%. I mean, you reduce your cost of using your intrinsic up. Even after you defeat them, you still have some intrinsic left if you got to go fight somebody else. Heroic grab mastery, 25% chance to generate heroic orb after slamming or throwing an enemy on the ground, or just grab the enemy. Love it. So more heroic. So I'm literally making up for my heroics not having high charge rating, and this is the perfect way to do that. Is to find things, if you're doing with a melee, heroic, and defense build. Like I say, you have 4 categories at the top: melee, range, defense, and heroic. Only 3 of them are going to be at the level you want. Unfortunately, that's how it is. If the gear pieces had 3 perks on every one of them, then it wouldn't be like that. But they do that for a reason, to have you play around with your builds, create certain characters, save pieces for later. If you want to play this way, play that way. If you want to play range, you want to play melee. If you like Lejeune has the Immortal Hulk build that pretty much his health is ridiculous. He's not really dying in battle, but he has 0 might, 0 precision. You know, I'm like, whoa, how are you doing damage? But his valor is up there, so you know he's basically doing a defense heroic build. You know, he took an L on 2, so just so he can be able to stay in the fight and just deal massive damage the whole time. Your efficiency. These are very important to pay attention to. So Polymorph Efficiency reduces the intrinsic energy activation cost by 40% when triggering polymorph ability. Like I said, does not apply to sustain energy drain. So this is another way of me saving intrinsic, because that's what I want to do if I want to continually keep spamming it, really. Polymorph damage. Increase the damage of all melee attacks by 12.5% using polymorph. This just adds to that perk. Like, I love how they did it, but you have to actually read. Reading is fundamental, by the way. Let me just say that. I'm real big on education, learning, and teaching. Those are my 3 main things, even with my kids. I love to teach and I love to educate, and I also love to learn. I love to listen, so that helps me be a better teacher for anybody else if I'm learning as well. Polymorph Boost increases maximum amount of polymorph intrinsic meter by 20. So not only am I reducing the cost of using intrinsic, I'm increasing it with the Polymorph Boost. That's wonderful. You have the increased amount of stun damage, or increase the chance to land critical hit while Polymorph is active. That's good. If you have decent intensity, you really don't need this one. If you have great, like I say, intensity and critical, which would be your proficiency for this one, and intensity for that one, you really don't need to use it. But since I don't have that, unfortunately I'm at 0, then I have to use this one. Actually, hold on, I think I said that wrong. I could use this one. I could. But if I want to stay in the fight and just constantly do damage without stopping, I'm going to use this one. Intrinsic abilities. Superhero Endurance. Reduces the intrinsic energy cost for polymorph attacks by 25%. Once again, I'm reducing the cost. And applies to the Whirlwind and the Seismic Slam. That Seismic Slam, when she grows that fist real big and slams it on the ground at the end of the air combo, perfect. Evasion Energy. Perfect evade refunds 30 points of intrinsic energy. 30 points. The word points really doesn't make any sense in this game. I haven't seen anything about a point or anything like that. But if it reduces intrinsic, I'll use it. 30, 20, 10, 5, 1.3, I'll have it. And last but not least, Rapid Regeneration. Shining Will increases the recovery rate of willpower. The lower it gets, up to 25%. So this piece right here, I have no idea how to explain it. But I see, let me see what else we have on there. Increases the size of period window, hip check. Oh, that's when she's doing that little hip thing. Okay, so basically like a instant, well, no, I don't want no copyright strikes, nothing like that, but she pulls a mental thing where she can dodge without thinking. If y'all catch up on that, if y'all know what I'm talking about, shout out to Toriyama. Okay, cool. So this is my build for Kamala Khan, aka Miss Marvel, aka my build, Cosmic Miss Marvel. Melee. Those are the stats right here. Stat rating once again for those who are looking. Those are great numbers. 1, 2, I love it. OCD kicks in sometimes, y'all. Defense. Resolve is 123. You're going to see here in a second. No armor. I had armor on her, but I took it off because I wanted to add to my melee. Range, precision. I do have some range on there because I don't like to have no range. She does have a good little hit count, but I really don't like to use it. It looks weird when her arms just stretchy like that. I don't know. I just don't know. But she's still a great character. Great character to have. Great support if you want to do a support build, which would be like a defense, heroic, and melee being last. Then my heroic right here is 27, 23, which is pretty good. Don't like those 0 numbers, but hey, you got to take an L or a loss somewhere. Sometimes you don't got to take an L or a loss, but sometimes you do. Alright, so I'm going to choose what I want for my third one. I'm going to throw my boy Black Panther in there. And we are going to choose a mission. I love Wakanda, by the way. I've literally, every time I update my game or cut my game on, I always come here first. It's kind of like paying homage. Shout out Chadwick Boseman. You know, they put the Civil War costume out yesterday. It was great. Like I love it. We're gonna do. Then this is how I test my builds. A lot of people go to the harm room. That's cool. Oh, I got a lot of missions on here. Oh wow, got a lot of missions on here. But I gotta get to them. I got a busy weekend this weekend, y'all. So I'm gonna try to drop one more video this morning if I gotta get some sleep. I got the heroic gauntlet back. Oh man, this is great. I got a lot of things to do Monday. So Monday I'm gonna try to drop a couple more videos. That's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna try to do 2 a day in the morning. So that way I can have 2 build videos, and then I'll start doing gameplay probably the week after next. But we got 9 characters, so 2 a day might work out. Who knows, I might do 3. But we're going to do this one right here because it's an assault team that needs my delicate attention. Shout out Crystal Dynamics for actually having nice detail in this war table. It actually looks good. One thing I do not like, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, they have not fixed the glitch with Kamala. She has some great emotes. Like this is the emote for my Kamala. Let me show you real quick. I have the idle one. I'm actually about to change it. I only got it just cause, but I do have 720 credits. Okay.
That is vulnerable to attack.
Though
there are still security
I want this one, but I might want to have something else. So we're going to use.
Easily prevail. Take out any AIM forces you encounter.
I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think I should have. I'm gonna choose the karate one for now. And I love this nameplate. It goes good with my build's overall look. You know, she's cosmic right now, so she's kind of in the stars in the nameplate. I like it. Like I said, I have different builds. I'm gonna go over them, different names for them. Shout out Doom Killer for actually doing the Bring Me Thanos build. I kind of shrunk it down to the BMT. He gave me a shout out. So shout out Doom Killer once again. The Doom Squad. And we're gonna go here and we're gonna show the build. As you can see, my health is not, I got plenty of health bars on there. I'm not squishy whatsoever. I know there's a strong box over there, but I don't need anything out that strong box. If you're playing the game and you're trying to get your resources up, little tip and trick, just go to every mission. Vault missions are good. Day of Remains is good. I've been told, you know, pretty much just keep everything that you don't want and break it down and go from there. I don't like turns. I like to take them out quick as possible. You know, my AIs, they supposed to do an update where your AIs got smarter. See how I'm dodging? Trying to make sure I don't get hit. And I'm going and bigging, which is pseudo and big. Look at that, look at that, look at that damage. 25. Squeezing them. That's that cryo. Hold on, let's see if I can try to get it. See, I'm applying the cryo. Look at the damage for that. That's what I'm talking about. Look at that. Oh my gosh. And that's that big fist slam. Oh my gosh. I don't like, I can't stand it. Uh-oh. Ah, he got me. But he got him. Ooh. Like she did a polymorph uppercut. Now, let me show you this in biggin. So, you see all these orbs everywhere? Look at that, look at that. Oh my gosh. Now you see my intrinsic bar at the top, right? Barely using any energy. And I'm overcharged. I'm going right back up. That's my spin attack. Look how much energy I use. Oh, dodge that. See how I got a heroic charge boost for all my stuff? Already more than halfway on my heroics. That's crazy. I did damage on that one, but oh, I don't know what that was. My hand got retarded. And as you can see, I'm taking damage, but I'm giving out. I'm taking it out. Plus, all my builds are just ridiculous. Look at that. I didn't even get a chance to get around the room all the way. But this is my Kamala build. You know, she's cosmic up. Even small attacks, or light combo attacks for some reason, they're doing regular damage, but cosmic damage is coming out with those heavy power attacks. So this is my Kamala build, aka Miss Marvel, aka my own cosmic Miss Marvel build. Thank y'all for watching. Stay tuned. As I would say, same Rebel channel, same Millennium builds coming out. Still working on that intro outro. Who knows? I might actually have to ask Doom Killer to do me one. He did Legumes. It was so sweet. But no, seriously though, God blessing. Y'all take care. Be safe out there. You know, make sure you kiss and hug your family. You know, tell them every day you love them, because I love mine like you should love yours. So that's how we're gonna do that. I don't like blue. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good one.